Let's talk about getting a drawing ready for color. In order for a drawing to be colorable, it has to be a DynaSCAPE design drawing. All of the symbols that we've created for DynaSCAPE are colorable. You don't need to worry about those. They'll all receive color properly. Everything else in your design needs to have a closed area surrounding it. And there are a number of different ways that we can create closed areas very quickly. And we're going to show you that in the rest of this video. Let's look at what a drawing needs to be set up for color. This drawing here, as you notice when I move my mouse over top of areas like the lawn and the plant bed, the outline is highlighted in blue. That outline basically means that DynaSCAPE Color has found a closed area, basically a closed area being an area that is surrounded or bounded by a single polyline that starts and ends at the same point. So it's basically one continuous line that goes all the way around this area. That line is created in DynaSCAPE Design. And we're going to look at DynaSCAPE Design and show you how these areas get created. There's a number of different ways to do that. We're going to show you one of them, and it's very quick and it's very easy. All the symbols, all the trees and the shrubs are all set up for color, meaning that you don't have to worry about those. They're all ready to go. Each one of them is colorable, so you don't have to create closed areas for those. Where everything else that's not a symbol needs a closed area. So let's have a look at that. Back in Design, let's look at what makes this drawing colorable. DynaSCAPE has two modes that were specifically created for the purpose of setting a drawing up for color. Color Setup Mode and Color Layer Mode. They both do slightly different things. Color Layer Mode reveals basically everything that's on the color setup layer. The color setup layer is the layer that DynaSCAPE Color uses to recognize areas that are to be colored. And you notice that when I click on them, that each of those areas are completely continuous closed line that surrounds the area. So there's one for my lawn area, there's one for my plant bed, and one for my patio, and so on. Each of those are created separately, and I'm going to show you how that was done. I'm going to click on my color setup mode. I'm going to erase actually that area that's around the plant bed area, and I'm going to redraw it. So now there's no surrounding area around this plant bed. I'm going to create it using the polyline tool, choosing the closed polyline option, and I'm going to go around. I'm going to start in the bottom corner here. I'm going to go and trace, go around the outside of my plant bed, turn my constraints to none. I'm going to zoom in here. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually try to follow that curve because that's impossible. I'm going to draw straight lines across the ends of each of the arcs that make up that curved line, and then I'm going to bend them afterwards. Scroll down a bit here, grab the corners of my patio, grab the corner where it meets my house, like this. Scroll across the last line right here, and then right click, and then I'm done. Now all I have to do is bend these lines to match the existing curves of my plant bed, like this and like that. So now I have a curved or a closed line around the perimeter of my plant bed area that is now colorable. If I click on Design mode, it turns all the color setup layer off, but DynaSCAPE Color will still recognize anything that's on that layer and color it.